Nico, we talked yesterday after that game how happy you guys were. What exactly happened here tonight?
Just, I think they just outcompeted us today. They're overall just a better team. Forecheck better, skate better, and stuff to win the game if we play the way we did and how they played the way they did.
Do you worry that it becomes this trend of having this conversation of being outcompeted?
Worried. I mean, we shouldn't talk about that. I mean, it's not like we're not trying.
Yep.
Obviously, there's 20 other guys on our other team that are trying to outcompete you, so it's not easy to win every battle, but it's got to be just better than tonight. That's simple.
Nico, at what point, I know there are a lot of injuries, but at what point can that not be an excuse anymore?
What do you mean?
In terms of, it's a talented team.
I mean, we're not using that as excuse. I never used it as excuse. I don't know where you heard that.
No, not saying you. I'm saying, in terms of just rallying the group
together.
Yeah, no,
I always said it's about whoever is in the lineup here, and we've proven that we can beat good teams, and tonight we're just not the better team, and we didn't earn to win that game.
Bratter, where's kind of the morale of this team right now after the performance you guys had yesterday and then to come out like this tonight?
Well, first of all, I think that, especially in the start, I think there's a lot of energy, and I think we're playing good, and we played a very desperate team. They came off a tough game the last game they played, and in the end it came down to the team that were the more desperate and the team that put the puck in the back on the net on their chances, and they did and we did not.
How do you channel then that your own desperation, right? Like, how do you sort of match that if you're not feeling it in a game?
Well, we got to get to ourselves. We got to be better as a group to keep things simple and work through those moments, and especially now we're having a day off now that we got to look ourselves in the mirror and really dial in. We're playing a really good team the next game here at home, and like everyone knows, our home record needs improvement, and this is the test for us that we need, and we just got to look ourselves in the mirror and come out and have a really strong game.
So when you use that notion of looking yourself in the mirror, what do you hope that everyone's saying to themselves at that point?
Well, we need to be more desperate. I mean, there's D-zone plays where we could have end plays early, and there's some attention to detail that leading to goals when there's just a few seconds left in the period, and I mean, those goals change momentums.
We're still a talented group here. At what point can you guys, really rally together and unlock some of that talent that is still on the roster, even with all the injuries that are here right now?
I mean, we have been dealing with injuries a lot of seasons here, and we know there's the guys in the room that has to do it. We played some really good games on the road, and we played some strong games with the group that we have now. We know we're capable of doing that, and we just have to do it for a longer period of time during the games, and we got to start with that already next game.
Jesper, on these back-to-backs, what's the mentally when you give up a goal early? Do you have to fight that? Do you feel like giving up that early goal, like maybe it takes a little air out of the balloon? And you have to be more, mentally tough.
Obviously you always want to score first. That's what you want to do. You want to get the energy, but at the same time, with you just gotta keep going forward. There's still a lot of time left on the clock by the time that they score their first goal. We had some good momentum, we had some good chances, and that's when you just got to be that train that keeps going.
What was said in between periods? I mean, was there a sense where the guys were saying, "Look, we need to pick this up"?
Yeah, obviously there was some good things that we talked about too. That we had some looks, and but obviously there were the attention to detail, the small things throughout the game, and the desperation to make the plays when they need to be made, and help each other out when there's breakdowns.
Was there a sense, knowing their last game, that they were going to come in here tonight and bring it because of how they played in their last game?
Yeah, obviously we knew that. We all keep track on the teams we're playing, and obviously we knew they had a tough game. They're going to come out strong against us, and I think for the beginning of the game, I think we matched that pretty well too. And like I said, some small details cost us.
Baller, after the way you guys were able to play last night, come out last night, and then sort of not be able to match the intensity throughout this game, what did you see happen to your group tonight?
I thought in the first period, like right off the bat, I thought we did come out strong. Obviously, it's the back-to-backs. We got to figure out a way to maybe it's collapse in, get high flips out, but I mean the back-to-back record, it speaks for itself. We got to figure it out. I mean, and if we're able to flip it around and start winning, I mean, you could see what it could do to our record and how it could help us down the stretch for playoff time. But I mean, we definitely have to figure out something. If that's just, everybody stay back, just wait for them to make a mistake. Don't push the pace too much. Whatever that is, but we have to figure it out.
Is it a mental thing right now?
I mean, maybe not early on, but maybe now it's getting to that point. I'm not sure what the exact record is for the back-to-back, but
One win.
one win, yeah. So, I mean, we got to find a way to flip that around. That first shift, if we could just keep something rolling like that, and but again, back-to-back. Maybe we're a bit more tired. We got to figure out how to just stay back, flip pucks out, let them make a mistake. Don't try to force anything.
Let me ask you this: when you get down, is it a confidence thing, especially on a back-to-back? Did you feel like like the air go out of the balloon a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, again, the energy, right? So you get down 1 or 2 goals, you're already a bit low on energy, and what is that doing to your, I guess, mindset, And I mean, we gotta do better than that, especially when we're down 1 or 2. But I mean, if we can just hold it a close game, wait till the end, maybe we get a lucky bounce, maybe we win that one game 1-0, 2-1, instead of thinking, okay, let's go and outscore them. We need to think, maybe 1-0, maybe just high flip it. Everybody stay back. Five guys above theirs. So, yeah.
You knew they were coming in here, obviously, with their performance last game, that they were coming in here with some intensity there.
Yeah, of course. It was the Philly game, right? Yeah. So, again, you gotta see that stuff. You gotta know they're gonna come with intensity. They want to turn it around, and we just had a 4-1 win against Columbus, and we gotta keep that rolling, right?
Kevin, there's a real sense of frustration in your voice. Do you feel that that's sort of the overall feeling right now amongst this group with what has happened here tonight?
Yeah, definitely. And again, back to the back-to-back. It's screwing us right now. It's destroying our record. So we got to figure it out. Everybody's frustrated in here. Everybody wants to win these. Coming into this game, we know the situation of how that is affecting our record, and we got to flip that around.
Kevin, you were not too long ago. You're still a young defenseman, but what do you try to tell your young guys now? With some of the things that are going on, to keep their spirits high.
You make a mistake, just keep your head clear. Don't think about it. You guys are watching the games. There's obviously some young D on the team, including me, and you make a mistake, just go with the next shift and try to do something positive. If that's lay a hit, if that's if your thing is getting back, beating the first forechecker and make a good play, just do that. Keep it simple, and so yeah.
Jesper said that with a day off tomorrow, it's time for everyone to go home, look themselves in the mirror. What do you hope everyone's telling themselves at this point right now?
It's coming down to crunch time. We're so many games into the season, and you look at the standings, and it's tight. It's 1-2 points tight. So you get your rest, reset, and bring everything you got going forward.
A tough situation with a back-to-back and them coming in after that past performance. So what did you see after?
I saw a team that got a lot of chances early and didn't take advantage of them. They made some big mistakes, and we didn't capitalize. Obviously it was a tough night for my young D, but they've given us so much, so it's a learning experience. But when you look at where the game was at and the amount of, even at the start of the second period on the power play, the Bratt opportunity, the Nico opportunity, and we didn't take advantage, you got to give them credit. They got some key saves at big moments. Even our first shift coming out, the opportunities we generated.
Is it possible to just play a simpler game on a back-to-back, or is...
Well, we were playing a pretty simple game. We were only beat by a power play. Their speed gave our D a little bit of problems. It wasn't that we were giving up odd-numbered rushes. We were playing a pretty simple game, but when you get down and you start to press a little bit, then it's hard. It's hard to get back in a game where against a team like that we'll take advantage of mistakes you make.
So what do you tell your team now, Lindy? There's a rough stretch coming up. What do you tell after a game like this?
Move on. Just move on. We played a great game. We started this game in the right place. We didn't, the part of the game that you have to take away is you had a lot of great opportunities. The part that really hurt us was when we broke down. We didn't make the right play afterwards. We broke down last night. We made a lot of good plays afterwards. Tonight we didn't.
One of the things that Jesper was saying is, with a day off tomorrow, it's time to everyone go home, refresh, and look themselves in the mirror. When you hear that, what do you want your players to be saying to themselves coming in on Monday?
Well, listen, I mean, I'm going to just say, they've been giving me everything they got. Like, you look at the game going into Columbus. Again, tight game. They got the first goal. We responded, played. I mean, I thought we played a really good first period, but we were down 1-0. But you just have to be patient and just keep playing the game the right way. Overall, that stings. Like when it was 4-0, I said, let's just win the rest of the game. Let's win the rest of the game, or 5-0, whatever it was. Just our goal is go out and win the rest of the game. Forget about where the score's at. Let's win the rest of the game, because you have to build momentum on something. And the fact they went out and, we won that last part of the game. Yeah, there were some guys frustrated. You should be frustrated, disappointed. I mean, it was a night that we knew was going to be tough. They got beat up pretty bad in Philly, got totally dominated. We knew we were coming into a hornet's nest. A great lesson it's a great lesson for the young D, that how hard the game can be sometimes.
Lindy, that's now 31 times this season that the team hasn't scored first in a game. What can be done to get some of these quicker starts?
Just take advantage of those early chances. Like, really, tonight, if you want to look at the start, it was right there to take advantage of. And we've had some games where you don't like the start. We've had games where we just don't take advantage of some of the great chances we get at the start. So you have to kind of weigh all those right.
You mentioned your young defense. You once said, you were worried about getting too young too fast. Is this kind of what you meant by that?
These guys have exceeded my expectations. They have played, for the amount of games they've got, they have played so well. But they got a tough lesson tonight on a couple plays. Every defenseman, I think, in this league, at one point or another, has been beat the way a couple of our D got beat tonight. There's experienced defensemen that get beat like that in today's game. But if you want to throw these guys into where we've thrown them and play as well as they have, I give them a lot of credit. Thanks.